warm welcome, good afternoon to our studios in Randburg, Johannesburg. Live on your World of Champions this afternoon, a very special announcement. It's no secret that Stuart Baxter has left SuperSport United to take up the hot seat at Bafana Bafana. We are here this afternoon then to reveal the new coach of SuperSport United. Without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to announce that that man is Erik Tinkler. Erik, good afternoon, a warm welcome. Also joined in studio today by the chairman of SuperSport United, Mr. Kulu Sibia, and the CEO, Stan Matthews. Stan, I'll start with you to my right. Just tell us a little bit about what attracted SuperSport to Erik.
Well, obviously, from our side, we're looking for stability in the club for the next few years. We've had a few changeover of coaches since Gavin left. And it's important for us to be settled and stable as a club. So we looked for a candidate with my chairman and the board. We had a few candidates to look at, but Erik really ticked all the boxes. I think his background, not just as a former player and great captain for Bafana Bafana, winning AFCON in '96, and his overseas experience with Cagliari in Italy and Vittoria in Portugal and Barnsley in the Premier League in England. So he's got international experience, which is great for us. He's earned his stripes. He's worked his way through the ranks from youth, and that's something very close to all our hearts at the club. Our youth development program, Erik's headed up a youth development program for Wits for 6 years and was fantastically successful there, so that appealed to us as well. And since he's, stepped up from a coaching point of view, as assistant coach and now on his own, his record's impressive. He's made the Nedbank Cup final, he's made the Telkom Cup final, he's won the Telkom Cup final and finished a very credible third in the league. And continentally, he's made the Confed Cup final and the Champions League final. So you couldn't really wish for a more broad spectrum of all the boxes we want to tick, because we want to be a strong African force, we want to promote our youth, and we want to contend for the championship.
Mr. Sibia, good afternoon and welcome. A great occasion here this afternoon as you unveil your new coach. Just on what Stan has said, given that glowing reference for Erik, then what is the feeling around SuperSport United about having Erik join the team?
Yeah, thank you very much. On my part, I'm very excited, I must say. The minute his name was brought to my attention, without any hesitation, I said it should be considered, but we had to go through other people as well. But what stands up strongly in Erik's favor is that it's youth, and hunger. And at SuperSport, we strongly believe in somebody must be hungry to achieve. Don't come here and think you're on holiday. And Erik is the type of guy, I've seen him from a distance, by the way, and I've seen his performance. And another thing that comes in very strongly in Erik's favor is that he's a hard worker. And repeatedly, everybody said, wow, we've never seen a coach who's hands-on, a coach who's hungry, a coach who wants to achieve. And he's got youth on his side. So, Erik could not have chosen a better team, I must say, than this one, because this is a team that wants to achieve everything. And it's a team that believes in building. We believe in looking at youth and taking them to the fore. To me, there could not have been a better choice than Erik. And Erik, I must really wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you, Chair.
Well, Erik, then let's hear from you now after such a glowing introduction from your chairman and CEO. Share with us, please, your thoughts on joining SuperSport and also what attracted you to this club.
Yeah, obviously, first and foremost, thrilled to join the club. You know, as the Chair mentioned, I'm an extremely ambitious person. This is an ambitious club. This is an extremely successful club. Over the past 17 years that they've been in the PSL, they haven't finished out of the top 8. They've been in numerous finals, and that matches the type of ambition I want for myself and see for myself. And I also see it as a club where I can grow as a coach, I can get better as a coach. I think it's an extremely well-structured club. It's a club that has fantastic youth system, fantastic youth development program. A lot of players are coming through that youth system. And, to be part of that, I think, is fantastic. So for me, it was quite an easy decision to come here because it would develop my future as a coach. and you know, hopefully seeing myself in 3-4 years' time still being in charge of this team and having won numerous trophies on all fronts.
Just to add there, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Just to add there, I mean, there is no single coach that I know of in this country who's been, as a player and as a coach, has successfully conquered the continent. Now, that is key. As you all know, if you conquer the continent, Africa, then you are made of stellar stuff. And I think Erik has been there. He has seen it all. Nothing new in him. So you can't start looking for somebody who's still going to find himself into the continent and be found wanting. So Erik is just going to walk in there and do it.
A big emphasis on the continent then from the chairman. But Erik, I suppose, having been in Cape Town and you excelled there as well in your first season, one of the standout coaches of the season without a doubt, how much then was it a draw card for you to come back home? You are Gauteng born and bred.
Yeah, I am Gauteng born and bred, but, you know, it was, to be truthful, a difficult decision because I had moved my family down to Cape Town. But, you know, the option to come to SuperSport was an easy option. The difficult part is now, obviously, you know, on the personal side of things in terms of my family. But, you know, yes, we were extremely successful at Cape Town City, and, you know, I believe I've left there on good terms, you know, and I think, you know, we built a good foundation there, but I've come to a club now that, you know, I want to achieve more. I want to achieve greater things, and I think I stand that chance, much greater chance of achieving that at a club like SuperSport United.
Stan, the next question then for you. The particular, perhaps, terms of Erik's contract, I suppose, is just give us a little bit more insight into exactly how long he's here for, and also when the contract starts, because I'm sure a lot of people would be asking, well, what about the Nedbank Cup final? You know, there is that tasty match to come, but just confirm for us exactly what the details are.
Erik's signed with the club for 3 years, and we've got options to extend that as well. As far as the day-to-day running of the club right now, Erik will join us on the 1st of July. Stuart is still in charge for the Nedbank Cup final. And Caetano is in charge of our Confederation Cup campaign. You know, it's not a conventional situation. It's not something we would have, you know, entertained. But this is what reality's thrown up at us. It's quite unique to have two coaches floating around at the same time. But that's what, you know, what happened. And we're happy that Stuart's now settled and gone off with Bafana. He'll finish his obligations with the players, hopefully by being the first team to retain the Nedbank Cup. And 1st of July, Erik will be up and running. And but Caetano has 2 more Confed Cup games in July. And then probably from the 9th of July, Erik will be in sole charge of the team. But the hard work will start straight after this press conference.
Erik, you have had the better of SuperSport United this season. What then have you made of their squad? I mean, you know, we spoke of that Telkom final, and you did beat them, in fact, as coach of the opposition. What do you make of their squad? If you had a chance yet to take a look at maybe some areas you would like to strengthen?
No, it's a fantastic squad. And yes, we only got the beating of them in the Telkom, not in the league. You know, we got a draw and a loss, and a heavy loss at that. You know, they're a fantastic team, extremely competitive, always have been. You know, I think the squad that they currently have is an exceptional squad, and you know, and a lot of credit must go to Stuart. You know, the job that he's done and the players that he's brought in. But you know, we are no different to any other team in the league. We're always going to be looking to strengthen and become better than what we were the season before. So it's important for us to obviously make sure that the players we bring in are going to be giving added value to the team, and they need to be ambitious players that want to achieve things, because that's what we want to do here at SuperSport.
Well, thank you so much to you, Erik Tinkler. Thank you so much, Kulusibia, and thank you so much, Stan Matthews. All the best, Erik, and to all of you as you begin your new venture. For more news of this breaking news story, stay tuned to SuperSport Blitz, and for the latest from SuperSport United as they take on Orlando Pirates in the Nedbank Cup final on the 24th of June. Keep your eyes peeled to your World of Champions. From myself, Julia Stewart, that's all we have time for. Goodbye.
Well done.